Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mini mailbag episode where we read your emails and play your voicemails. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
Let's start off with some voicemails because I think we have a few. Melissa, do you want to start playing some?
Yeah. Here's the first one.
Hello. This here's a message
Hi,
for the web crawler.
Hi, Jeb.
I done just listened to that episode you just did about the that little cannibal feller.
Uh-oh.
And I have to say, Maria, you used to make me nervous before with your little hanger issues, and now with all this cooking up nostrils and whatnot, I think I'm straight up afraid of you.
Me too, Jab.
Same.
And my cousin would like to take back his application for your fancy clown college as well. Allie, how are you?
Oh, hi, Jab.
I'm good. You look lovely today. When you and Melissa want to replace Maria because she's a crazy cannibal lady, well, I would like to put in my application because I look stuff up on the internet and ignore what's going on all the time, and I think I'd be a perfect fit for a replacement.
Way
All
up
right,
problems.
Sick burn.
Y'all have a good evening. And Melissa, I really enjoy your quote unquote Canadian husband's new show. Is quite good.
Wow.
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 Praise from Jeb. My God.
Wow.
That is so sweet.
Unfortunately, his cousin does not want to work at Maria's Scared Silly School anymore.
Well,
Or attend.
Or attend.
whatever.
Okay, another voicemail.
Hi, this is a message for web crawlers. I am Tori, Amos. You may remember me from the 90s. I love your show. It's spooky, and kooky. And I'm going to keep listening to it until the day I die.
Wow, that was a pretty good
Tori
one.
Amos.
I cannot believe Tori Amos listens to our podcast.
Oh. Thanks, Tori. Thanks. For
That was
calling.
that was a compliment.
That was
Okay,
awesome.
another one.
Hey guys, this is Daniel. I just was inspired by the Hat Shadow Person episode. I was listening to it, and it reminded me of the handprints on the glass thing. Reminded me of this. It's like not really a story, but it's just sort of a detail about that haunted convent that my brother and I used to work at and see stuff at. The porch on the second floor that we used to sleep on had this long staircase that ran up from that trash yard. So it was only the second floor, but like because of the grade of the property, it was a good 2.5, almost 3 stories up on the side that it was on because the basement was sort of at grade level on that side of the building. So it had this long wooden staircase that ran up, and the side that had the entrance door had a bay of 3 sort of long, sort of portrait or landscape rather orientation kind of windows that would slide open. And there were 3 of them in a row. And the first one that was closest to the door, if you were really tall, standing at the top of the stairs, you could maybe get the top of your head might be visible on that one. But the other 2 were further over, so they were above parts of the staircase that were significantly lower. So you were probably 10 feet below the stairs. And anyway, there used to be this face imprint that used to show up in the same, roughly the same place every time.
What?
And we would see it sometimes sleeping on the porch, especially like when it was cold. You would notice it in the morning just with condensation and stuff.
Oh, no.
Just this imprint of like a face. And it was always on the outside of the window. And it was always, it was way too high. You would have to like have a ladder on the stairs or something to get up to the height of where those windows were.
Oh, God.
You know,
Oh, no.
it's just another detail from like our time there that really freaked us out. That like is not really a story in its own right. So I would have probably never thought to call in about it. But yeah, the thing with the handprints that ended up being on the outside of the window, very similar to that, and really, it was like a nice little moment of freak out to hear someone else having a similar experience. I mean, we never saw any shadow people there or anything like that, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for all the great apps. I've been home with our newborn baby, and it's been great because I can put an earbud in and sit in a rocking chair with her and just walk around soothing her and listen to web crawlers, and it's been really nice. So I haven't missed a beat, and it's been keeping me sane through an intense amount of not sleeping. So thank you guys, and yeah, thanks. Bye.
Bye. He's got a new baby.
We should put like baby onesies on our Shopify store. I wonder if you can make baby
a little
clothes.
Bigfoot baby onesie.
Yeah. So cute. Or like my baby's a monster.
Or like a Believe Tom DeLonge onesie.
Yeah.
Well, that's scary. It's never good to see a face print on like a third story window.
No, it's
No, that's what they say.
That's what they say. Okay, next voicemail.
Hey, this message is for the web crawlers. So I'm pressure washing my house in the dark, getting ready to paint tomorrow, and you're talking about embarrassment. Wearing hats
They just got eaten by a panther.
to hide their baldness, and I realized that that's me. That's exactly what I'm doing. So should I not be doing that?
What?
Thanks for the great show, and have a good one. Bye.
What is he doing? Wait, can you play it again?
He said we were saying that maybe Top Man is just hiding his baldness, and he said that's what he does with hats, and should he not be doing that? And so he called into our
Man.
podcast to ask.
Oh.
No, it's okay if bald men want to wear like beanies and stuff like that. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your
You're
head's probably
washing
cold.
your house at nighttime to paint. This guy's got a lot going on. Just
Yeah.
okay, next voicemail.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. I just got done listening to your episode about the Hat Man, and I'm freaking out because Julie P's story about how she had like sleep paralysis and then she had like a buzzing in her ear. The same exact thing happened to me when I was a teenager, and I was asleep at my sister's house, and I was like sleeping, everything was fine, and all of a sudden I felt like somebody whisper in my ear, and I like woke up, but I couldn't move my body, and my ears felt like buzzing, and like I felt like almost like it was like vibrating in my head. And so when I heard Julie P say that, I was like, oh my God, this is so creepy. So I don't know, tell me what you guys think about it, but pretty creepy and pretty scary. Bye.
It's crazy
Oh
the
my
amount
God.
of like emails and voicemails we get after we talk about like sleep paralysis or like Hatman or anything. Like that's the biggest response we get is when people
I think sleep is a big issue, and I honestly feel like it doesn't boil down to something demonic. I think it's a real big stress issue that manifests in people's sleep in crazy ways.
Yeah, it's wild.
But what would that buzzing be from?
I don't know.
know.
Cortisol levels and stress blasting off neurons in the brain.
Well, there's that
Not
weird,
a doctor.
Remember that weird like disease or something where like this where you
Exploding
hear, like,
head syndrome.
Exploding head syndrome, where you hear like loud cymbals crash. Like that's a thing.
Yeah, and then Maria asked me if I've ever had that. I was like, no.
I did? Why? Well, maybe I was
I
concerned.
don't know. You were
Or
just
maybe
like, have you
I
ever
think
had
I
that?
asked you if you ever had.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's like you guys would know if I was hearing loud explosions all the time
It's a
in my
thing,
brain.
So maybe like that buzzing is like part of.
Yeah, part of it. Maybe you guys all have exploding head syndrome.
Or you have a mosquito living in your head.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
don't even. That's my biggest fear.
Remember when there was that rumor, like you eat this many bugs during your lifetime while you're sleeping?
You
Do
eat
you
like
remember?
18 spiders at night. Well, in
Yeah.
a year.
That's horrible.
It is bad.
That's not real, right?
I don't know. We should have an expert on.
Okay.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers.
This is Tini again. I had called last week of August, or I don't know when. My birthday was August 22nd, and you all gave me a shout out to me and my mom. I was calling because I was just listening to the Cannibalist episode. Y'all were talking about, I don't know, eating people, or Maria was. But I have answers for y'all. I was listening to a podcast a few months ago, and it's called What Was That Like? And episode 28, it's called Shiny Ate His Own Foot. This guy actually gets together with his friends. Like, I don't know, apparently they're just a bunch of weirdos. They get together and somebody cooks it up and they all eat it. But I mean,
what?
I don't know. You have to listen to the episode. He describes what it's like, what he paired it with, and
what you pair it with?
Smelled like. So, what? Maria, you might want to get on that one.
No.
Do you want to eat my foot, Maria?
Ew, no.
What if I cook it up all nice?
Okay, ladies. Well, also, I have a question for Allie. Allie, is Jason Segel your actual brother? Because if so, boy, oi, 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 oi. All right, ladies. Talk to you later. Bye.
Because if so, boy, yo, 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 yo.
If so, boy, yo, yo.
Yes, he is. Oh my God, that's crazy.
So there's a podcast episode where people eat their own feet?
I guess it's called, what did she say it was called? What
was it like?
I don't know. I zoned out because I was so weirded out.
I blocked it out.
Tasting Lucky's foot or something.
The What's It Like podcast. It's on real people in unreal situations. Oh, this is cool. This looks like a fun podcast.
Sorry, but I'm never gonna eat a human.
Well, no one's asking you to. This isn't all.
I don't know. That seemed like what you were saying. It seemed like you were like, this podcast is better than web crawlers. Like, I wish you guys were more like that.
No, I'm saying this looks like a fun podcast. Period. Okay.
Next voicemail.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. My name is Kara. I used to have like a list of things I was going to call you guys about. Please ignore my dog in the background. There's chickens next door, and he's scared of the chickens. There are the chickens.
Okay.
Anyway,
Where is he, Jebs?
Sure. So I'm just going to call whenever I listen in the middle of an episode, which is what I'm doing now. You mentioned you were talking about wanting to squeeze your doggy and cat. That's like an evolutionary thing we've like evolved to do because we see the cute as a threat because we know cute is going to survive longer than us oldies.
Okay.
And anyway, you need to watch Eliza Shelflinger's Elder Millennial. She has an entire bit on it, and it is the funniest thing. Please watch it. Again, please ignore my dog.
I can't ignore your dog.
Okay, bye.
Okay. It sounded like a cow. It was like.
Oh my God, that was so
she's
funny.
saying that it's an evolutionary thing that we want to squeeze cuteness out of things because we know they'll survive better than we will.
Apparently.
I was listening to the dog be afraid of chickens.
Wow.
Apparently Eliza Schlesinger did a thing about it.
Interesting.
I guess so.
We have some reviews, 5-star reviews.
And
oh,
we're
hell yeah,
almost
baby.
at
Let's read
666.
We're at 664.
Oh my God, we are so close.
This is from Baked Life. Favorite podcast of all time. Love, love, love. I've been watching since the beginning of time and #obsessed. I try to put an episode on every car trip I'm in and sink others down with me in my obsession. Luckily, I don't have to go far in order to search for an interesting episode. Not the biggest fan of the mini episodes, mainly because I like to get addicted listening to the lengthy off-topic conversations. Okay, well, you can't please everyone all the time, you know.
No, you can't.
This is from Ragamuffin Girl. Giggles galore. These gals give us giggles galore. My husband and I listen often and are never disappointed. Thank you so much for sharing your awesomeness with an adoring audience. Honk honk, boing. This is
amazing.
From Lola Tidbit. Came for the content, stayed for Jeb. Good stuff, ladies. Love the episodes, but living for Jeb's voicemails. This is from VSK.
We love Jeb.
5 flames for 5 stars.
We need to make a shirt that just says Jeb on it.
Yeah,
Jeb.
with like a...
Well, people might think it's Jeb Bush, though.
No, you do
No.
Jeb, and then you got to do like a mountain man drawing in the background.
Yeah, like a farmer or something like that.
Farmer.
That'd be
This
good.
is from Rachel. Hong Kong boing la 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 la. This podcast and the community of listeners are helping to get me through the pandemic. Allie, Melissa, and Marie are so funny. The topics are always interesting.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thanks. And then last one from White Cross 8. I really, really like this podcast. I laugh, I cry, I gasp and ew and awe with the hosts. Okay, maybe I don't cry, but I laugh and gasp frequently. Hosts are into it and are very open and friendly. Oh no, you already read this. One is quite nasally and loud, but you can...
No, we didn't read it. I just posted it. I love it.
What is quite nasally?
But just kidding. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Great
boy.
topics, although Spooktober is a little less up my alley. I still can't not listen. It's that good. Great production value, too. Keep up the good work.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
Interesting.
We also have some emails.
Yeah, we do.
And I want to read this email directly after that email. This is
Okay.
an email from Christina called Bigfoot Erotica Mindfulness. Hey gang, I recently became a patron and I just listened to the first Bigfoot porn episode. I really hope it was the running water in the background and Allie's soothing voice that helped me drift off to sleep and not the description of the hairy things. Boing, Christina.
Well,
Thank you, Christina, for noticing my soothing voice. Everyone
I think it
loves
is very soothing.
Too.
Okay, here is a message from Kayla. Hi, Web Crawlers. This is in response to Robbie's email about guns not shooting in dreams. Totally happens to me too. I'll have these nightmares where home intruders are trying to kill me, and when I try to shoot them, the gun never fires. It was scary
That's
at first, but
crazy.
at this point, my mind is like, oh, this is a dream again. Okay, cool. I think that means that I have the tools, but not the skill or ability to handle the bad stuff in my life right now. Speaking of meanings behind dreams, can someone out there tell me why the first dream I can remember is me being in a dollhouse's attic and the palm of my hand is just a bunch of sliced peaches?
Oh, I hate that.
It's
I
been
hate
haunting
that.
me. Also, Allie, you have enriched my life. My boyfriend and I sing or reference Allie time at least once a day, and as a result, our home has been made much happier. Honk honk, Kayla.
Oh, that's so sweet. We should make a clock.
In a dollhouse's attic, your hand is sliced peaches? That's weird.
That is like truly terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, I hate that so much. Oh my God, Cannibal Cafe from Eileen. Dear web crawlers, during your last episode on cannibals, you mentioned that Issei Sagawa should have gone on Craigslist to find someone to eat. Well, in 2001, a German man named Armin Maiweis posted on a website called Cannibal Cafe that he was looking for a voluntary participant to eat. A man named Bernard Brand answered the ad saying he'd always fantasized about someone biting his penis off and eating it. They met up and filmed themselves eating Bernard's penis together. Needless to say, it might just be burned. It BERND. Bernard eventually died during the feast due to bleeding out.
Okay, there's a documentary on this. Just so you
I've
guys
heard
know.
of this story.
This is crazy.
And I think I've seen it.
The case was controversial, not only due to its nature, but because the victim had let it all happen to him voluntarily. So Maiweis was only charged with manslaughter. Maiweis did, however, get life in prison and has since become a vegetarian. Love you guys and don't eat human flesh. That's probably directed towards you, Maria. Eileen, a fan from Switzerland.
Oh,
This is insane. Cannibal Cafe. I'm like afraid to Google this shit. But okay, if the cops ever took my computer and I was like, the reason there's some weird stuff is because I have a podcast and I was researching, like, is that an alibi?
Yeah, right?
You're fine.
Yeah, because we have evidence. There's episodes up.
Yeah, there's like clear evidence. It's not like I'm a cannibal or something.
For sure. No, type it in.
Sure.
See what happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
Shut up. I mean, I am right now. Oh my God, it's still up. What?
There's a
Wait.
documentary about this?
Yeah.
No, wait. The Cannibal Cafe is one of Vancouver's favorite restaurants, serving up hand-ground beef burgers and authentic milkshakes.
I don't think that's it.
Well, I know that's not it, but why would you name your burger joint Cannibal Cafe?
It's fun.
It's a defunct forum now. The Cannibal Cafe.
What's with the name Cannibal Cafe of this burger joint? No, we don't serve human flesh. Our name comes from a song by Vancouver's punk rock legends, SNFU.
Well, if you have to like say that, maybe no, we don't serve.
Yeah,
human
like change
flesh.
your name.
Here's a message from Will. In your latest episode, you mentioned the Warrens Occult Museum. I tried to visit a few months ago, and it turns out it closed down due to zoning issues.
Oh, great.
I think the neighbors got tired of people parking on their street. All the haunted artifacts are still there. It's just no longer open to the public. They didn't even have a fun sign to take a picture in front of. Oh no, the Warrens Occult Museum is...
That means Annabelle's just in there.
Do you think all the dolls come alive at night like at Toy Story, and like since they're all demented and demonic, they just like fucking do drugs and do crazy shit?
Yeah.
100%, yes. They just do
That'd be
drugs.
That'd be a fun version of Toy Story, like all the haunted dolls in a haunted museum come alive at night. Well, I guess that's kind of just like Chucky.
It's kind of like when they go to Sid's house in Toy Story.
Is that Toy Story 3?
No, Toy Story 1 is when they see all the toys that Sid has like mashed together.
Oh, discarded. Yeah.
It's the like baby head on like a spider
Yeah,
body.
it has like this.
whatever,
yeah, that was scary. Toy Story 3 got like really dark and scary. I remember that.
Was that the garbage compactor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
It got too much.
Here's an email from Amy. It's called Family Trip Disasters.
Uh-oh.
First, I want to say I'm a huge fan of your show. I just joined Patreon. It's keeping me sane while I work from home. I think I'm going to have to convince my team to let us listen to your show instead of the radio when we're back in the office, although I'm not sure
that'd be
how
bad.
the old-timey lawyer I work for will react to things like Bigfoot's dick and coronavirus erotica. Oh well, only one way to find out. I grew up in Ireland, and I come from a huge Irish Catholic family, 52 first cousins.
Whoa.
So when I was young, every year on Easter Monday, my family from my dad's side would get together and go on a trip to somewhere in Ireland for the day. So a convoy of my family, my aunts and uncles and some cousins would take off for our annual trip. However, every year something would always go wrong. It started off quite small, a flat tire or someone getting carsick, but then it eventually started escalating. One year, another family visiting the same location as us lost their child.
What?
So instead of exploring myself, my sisters and cousins stayed at the cars with my granny while our parents helped look for the missing kid. They eventually found her, but by that stage it was so late, so we just decided to make the 2-hour drive back home. The following year, the parents decided on the location for the annual Easter Monday trip. We're going to the Glens of Antrim. We packed up our picnic baskets and blankets, put our jackets and coats in the boot of the cars. We finally arrived, and we were getting out of our cars when a couple pulled up near us. They were probably in their 50s, so not too old. We were gathering our belongings when the man from the couple just fell down face first onto the concrete.
What?
I remember watching it happen. I was probably only 7 or 8 at the time. The car park was on a bit of a slope, so blood started running down the car park.
Oh my God.
I mean, a lot of blood. My God, his wife was screaming for someone to help. So my aunt, who was a nurse, and my dad ran over to try and help. The man had a massive aneurysm and had basically died instantly. But the wife wouldn't stop screaming, so my dad and aunt kept trying to revive him, even though they knew he was gone. It took 40 minutes for an ambulance to arrive because we were in the middle of nowhere in rural Ireland. Eventually, the ambulance got there, and my dad and aunt could stop helping. My mom and other aunts and uncles tried to keep us occupied for this whole time, but it was too late. We had seen it all. My dad and aunt returned to the group covered in blood, and that's when we decided we were no longer getting together for family trips. We couldn't force other people to be around our extreme bad luck. Fast forward a few years, And my parents saw an advertisement for a fantastic holiday package deal to Gran Canaria in the Canary Islands.
Oh no, I'm scared.
So my dad asked 2 of my aunts if they wanted to join. We figured it wouldn't be an issue because 1, it wasn't Easter Monday. 2, the trip was outside of Ireland. And 3, it wasn't the whole normal crew, just 3 of the families. We were only there for 2 days when it happened.
Oh, shit.
Myself, my sisters, and a couple of my cousins were all lounging by the pool while our parents had gone to the market. At one stage, a few of us were sitting on some pool lounges when my sister turned to us laughing and said, "That's amazing. I can't believe that woman has been holding her breath for so long. It's been like 15 minutes.
Oh no.
Keep in mind, we were only 11 or 12 at the time. A woman sitting next to us heard our conversation and looked over to the pool where she saw a woman laying face down in the pool. She quickly jumped up and pulled the woman out, but it was too late. The lifeguard had not been paying attention and didn't realize the commotion until the woman was dragged out of the pool. He tried to resuscitate her for quite some time, but she was blue. It turned out she had a stroke while swimming and died. And we all just kept swimming around her. Our parents came back to the resort to find us all being interviewed by Spanish police and were horrified.
Oh my God.
We didn't go back to the pool. My parents decided that this would be the last extended family trip that we would ever take. Myself, my parents, and my sisters have since moved to Australia, and there have been no more incidents. I bring up these stories all the time to my parents who just can't believe how many bad things happen. But my sister, who pointed out the dead woman in the pool, cannot remember any of the accidents. She has completely blocked them out of her memory.
That's so crazy.
Anywho, sorry for the long email. Hope I didn't bore you with my family's obvious death curse. Love Amy. Oh my God.
Wow.
I mean, they really do have a death curse. That's insane.
Wow.
I would stop taking vacations just for other people. It seems the safest thing to do.
Jeez. Well,
that's nuts.
Don't ever go on vacation ever again. I'm so sorry.
Yes. Or at least she should tell everyone else in the world where she's going so people can just not go there. Nuts. Should we wrap it up or should we do one more?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's wrap it up, baby.
Let's wrap it up.
Well, anyways, thank you for tuning in. Friday the 30th, if you're a patron, is our Halloween party episode. We will drop the link for that soon. I hope you enjoyed all of the voicemails and emails. Please keep sending them. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.